Hey, what's up guys, it's Will. By the title of this video I might be misleading you a little bit, but from the radical proposals to the crazy dresses, in my estimation prom is definitely overrated. So what's a prom without a proposal? For prom, people propose in all sorts of ways. I know one guy who asked a girl using a pepperoni pizza with a question mark. I also know people who have wrote prom on a tennis ball, who have written prom on a Scantron, like making a cool pattern into the Scantron. I know people who have used cups and put those in a fence to spell out prom. I know people who have asked people to prom on a big screen television. Last year, one girl actually came to my school, and my school is an all-guys school, but this girl asked a guy to prom over the loudspeaker. Guys were going crazy, they were like, oh, kick her out. But I mean, I think it was pretty cool that she had the guts to ask him over the loudspeaker. I never actually proposed to my date in a creative way, but I think that the creativity aspect of proposals is definitely a cool part of prom. I just asked my date over video chat. I was like, hey, do you want to go to prom? And she was just like, yeah, sure. So it worked out. In my opinion, girls go way overboard picking a dress and trying to get their hair done and doing like all the things just to make themselves look beautiful. I know this one girl who spent $1,000 on a prom dress. I mean, $1,000. Think about that number. That can afford a vacation for a family of 4. $1,000 can do so much, and a girl just spent it on a prom dress, which is kind of insane. I also know another girl who was getting her hair done. She spent about $100 to go to the salon, get her hair done really nice, and then after she got it done, she didn't like it. And then she undid it and like did it herself, and like $100 down the drain just to get your hair done. Now pictures is one aspect of prom I really don't like. People go so overboard taking pictures. Normally there's a pre-prom party and this is where the pictures happen. Tons of parents stand and try and gather around kids and like take all their pictures and stuff. And it's like there's 30 people standing in the background, cameras flashing and everything, and it takes so long. Now the one part of pictures I really don't like is the picture with just you and your date. Now, during those pictures, I always act really awkward because I can't smile, especially when it's just 2 people. One prom. Alright, so after the pre-party, you've got to find a way to get to prom. One prom I went to, this crazy Russian driver took us. He was this crazy man. He seemed out of his mind. He wouldn't stop talking, and it was an overall crazy experience. Now sometimes people rent party buses and do crazy things. I mean, it's cool to seem like you're the big shots and you're juniors or seniors, you're top of the high school, you're getting special treatment going to prom, but I think the buses, the party buses, the limousines are just a waste of money. Now that you're at the actual dance, it's time to do the thing you've dreaded all along. Well, guys anyway, and that is dancing. Sometimes there'll be girls who drag their dates onto the floor. They're like, come on, you gotta dance, it's prom. Other times there'll be those kids who just like sit at the tables the whole night and talk and, you know, don't really get on the dance floor. But dancing at proms are very lackluster. And I mean, it's just like pop music, like Pitbull or something, and people are just like waving their hands around, going nuts. But I mean, my favorite part of the dance aspect of prom is when Teach Me How to Doogie comes on. Because during that, everyone just gathers around in a circle, everyone starts going nuts, and usually one kid just goes into the middle of the circle and just starts doogieing, and it's pretty fun. The thing that I don't get about prom is that all these kids and these students, they want to have prom at these extravagant places, and then when the prom actually comes, they leave after like the 2-hour mark when everyone's allowed to leave. Like, why would you spend all this money to have it at a great place if you're just gonna leave when you're allowed to leave? Overall, I think prom's a bit overrated. Girls to get dressed up and, you know, pick their dress out and feel all cool. But I mean, the whole experience just is dragged out. It's very long. It's just like, you start with pictures at like 5 p.m. Then you go to another house. Then you go to the actual prom. Then you go to the after party. It's just like, it's too much, man. I know it's a part of your high school experience, but just not really my thing. I think the good thing about prom is that kids are finally like coming of age. They're getting that maturity to ask someone to prom. They're getting to dress up, and look, at this point in time, most kids are almost fully developed, so they're looking like adults. It's kind of like that point in time, that transitional period between high school to the next step. At the end of the day, I think girls really enjoy prom, but guys they kind of are indifferent to prom and apathetic about the whole experience. That's definitely me, and I know the few proms I went to were, a bit dragged out and a bit boring, but it's a good time to socialize and meet new people.